with the concerts and enjoying you guys performing and it's just like, losing part of our family in terms of the personal contact that we always had with each other. And this here has actually certainly changed all of that. And now we're where we are today with virtual contact, and that's exactly where we are today with the virtual contact. But how's everything been going with you during this time, as far as, dealing with it? I know we spoke before we actually went live, we spoke about how it affects you as an entertainer, so personally, as far as family and you personally, besides the entertainment side, how is it affecting you?
It's affecting me. I'm quite sure it's affecting everyone.
Right.
Because, we have to stay in the house. I've had a lot of medical issues in the past 2 years. So my thing is that I gotta be very careful. I cannot afford to catch this COVID-19.
Right.
So, me and my girlfriend stay close to home.
Right.
We hadn't seen our grandsons here in Florida for, God, I don't know, almost 3 months. And we finally got to see them. It's not easy when you're not doing the things you normally do.
I know, right?
And we write a list every week to go to the market.
Right.
And we go to the market early in the morning so we don't catch that traffic.
Right.
We get the market stuff done and get right home again. But
Absolutely.
Otherwise we're surviving.
Right.
We're holding on in there. And but you already know with this respirator thing, and people who are of age,
right,
they don't give you a respirator. They'll give it to the younger
exactly
people. And the good Lord is the one that brought me into this world. And the
Absolutely.
good Lord is the one that's going to take me out of
the
this
decision
world.
maker. Absolutely.
It shouldn't be nobody trying to tell me who is going to,
right,
to shut the machine down on me.
Right.
That's not the way it goes.
No, you're absolutely right.
Now, who's to say that it's my day? The Lord, you could say whatever you want. If the Lord says it ain't my day, it's not my day.
And it's not your day.
You can't push it on me.
Right.
So people need to understand that. Administration needs to understand that. Okay, it's not just all about them.
Right.
Because it's all about us. And this
absolutely.
This is why I'm glad that people are protesting of what's going on now. And like one girl said, she'll be out there for as long as it takes, and this is what we have to do. We have to stick together and let them know that it's not all about, I'm going to sing this song and I'm going to sing it for the administration. Said the choo-choo train to the railroad track. Don't care if passengers are white or black. Ho, 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 use your brain. You can learn common sense from a railroad train.
I was gonna get Mike to join in the chorus.
No. Chubby sang that. You sang that when we picked him up from the airport. We talked about that.
Really?
That's right.
We got to properly introduce Chubby though, who's on the show today.
Absolutely, the legendary lead voice of the fantastic music group Tavares, Mr. Chubby Tavares, in the building.
Yay!
Who just celebrated a birthday, June 2nd. So happy birthday once again.
Wow, happy birthday. Officially 21. See that? I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
I knew it was going to happen.
21, all right.
It is definitely good to see you though, man. The family's good, right? And I know you talked about the grandkids
the brothers are all fine. I heard from all of them on my B-Day.
Good.
They're all doing well. Tiny's up here in Florida right now on vacation in his home in Punta Gorda.
Okay, Punta Gorda. He don't have like a little miniature golf course to the back, though, nowhere, do he?
I don't know what he got in the back. I don't intend to venture to find out if he's got any allergies.
He always golfing.
Yeah, so that's where he's at, with his girlfriend, and they're enjoying whatever they can enjoy, but everyone's still staying close to the house,
That's true.
This is what we have to do, man, I already seen saw that my girlfriend just told me that there was 4,000 breakouts of this COVID-19 in the
Really?
past few days. Yeah, and that's not good.
No,
know,
that's not.
because people are not paying attention. You got to keep that distance. You got to wear that. The main thing, you got to wear that mask. You cannot go outside without that mask. No matter who. If you think that people are your friends, they can be your friends, but you don't know if they're carrying it,
Right.
and they don't know if you're carrying it.
Right.
So you have to be very careful. And this is what we do. We try to be very careful. I have
Absolutely.
a couple of ladies here that live in our building, and once a week I try to surprise them with a dinner. I'll make something, and my girlfriend will take it over and put it outside in the entryway, and they pick it up and go and eat and enjoy. And we talk about stuff like that with the mask and stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know me, they call me the bling man. So
that's what I called him. Hey, Mike, I swear I called him the
I knew
same
it was
thing.
coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
you see what I mean? I don't go nowhere without my bling.
Hey, Mike, I gotta put these on just in case. See, he put me on. I need to put some shades on. I gotta have some shades on, because that bling is getting to me.
Hey, look at this.
Oh, look, you know what? I don't know who's making it, but I need one of those designer bling masks, man. Whoa, look at that.
This one says from my grandsons. It says papaya. That's my for grandfather.
Oh,
Papaya.
I like that.
They made one for their yaya, which is their grandmother.
Oh, I like that. That's nice. We
So we don't go without those masks,
Right.
So,
Wow, that's beautiful. Those are nice. I need to talk to somebody about making those, because that's a good look there.
Yeah, well, my girlfriend will give you all that information later. You can get in touch with the people that make it.
Let's make a deal.
Yeah, she'll give you the instant who does them, But they're fast.
Yeah, I want to be blinged out like you guys, man.
And they have some that you can get that doesn't have all that bling in it that are washable.
Oh no, I need the bling. I'm going all
These are
out.
washable. She said these are washable too.
Okay.
There you go.
You handle with care when you scrub, right? Just don't,
No, you gotta, and I don't think that you should put them in the dryer.
No.
Just let them hand dry.
Right.
Now,
Wow.
Chubby and Murph, Murph, you can chime in on this because you're supposed to be at the Classic Soul Weekend with Lincoln Sessoms and Maurice Watts in December. Now, Lincoln seems like he's still promoting it to happen in December because it's late December. So if that does turn out, are you looking forward to performing in December, Chubby?
If it happens, I mean, all we can do is hope and pray that we can get this thing going away where we don't have that problem. They're not gonna have a concert when they only can bring in 300 or 400 people. We're used to audiences of 2,500 people.
Yeah.
3,000 people, and you got to separate them. So with that distance thing, they're going to be losing money. That's not going to happen. So
Right.
we gotta hope and pray that something becomes of all this testing they're doing to come up with an antidote to help people out and get rid of this COVID-19.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're right. Now you're right, Mike, on that, because I'm not sure it would be up to the promoters of events these days. It has to be up to the venues, because if the venues feel that the safety is in jeopardy, then they have to let the promoters know that this just can't happen, and probably either give them another date, refund whatever monies that was put out, and I'm thinking safety over concerts is probably the best move with too many people, like you said, coming together with that kind of crowd.
That's right. It's not a good thing, I mean, in every place you go, Mexico, Italy, I mean, even now Brazil, I mean, people are dying left and right, man.
Absolutely.
I sent a thing wishing the people of Brazil my prayers and thoughts the other day, with a picture of me when we did that thing in New York a couple of years ago. they were celebrating their fiesta, and 20 million people watched that, you know. So I sent a prayer and telling them that we're praying for them and we wish them well. You know, it's not a. I was holding their flag, you know, and
Nice.
Brazilian festival.
representing
Incredible.
Brazil. You know, and that's what it's all about. We have to be together as people.
Absolutely.
You know, no matter what.
Absolutely.
And I think this is what's driving people crazy to see how many white people are right there with us.
Absolutely.
This is the fantastic thing about it. And this is what we need to show that people are tired of the crap that we keep going through.
Absolutely.
Right? Especially black people who have been in slavery all their lives. And it ain't gonna happen no more. You know, it ain't gonna happen because we have to make sure it doesn't happen. Not
Absolutely.
for us.
Right.
I mean, not for us, for our children,
Right.
for their children, right? Because without that and getting this straightened out, our grandchildren and great grandchildren are gonna suffer. You know, they're gonna suffer if they keep letting this actual thing go through like this. We're tired of it, you know, and no matter what they say, as long as we stick together, nobody can take us apart.
That's right. Because, you know, the crazy thing, and just touching on what you said, you know, we have to do something. Otherwise, we're going to march. And if we don't do anything now, then our kids are going to be marching and their kids will be marching. It's got to be a point where now, instead of marching, now they're living a better life because we've affected change, you know.
That's right. This is what we have to do. We have to perfect that change for them so they don't have to go through this. You know, this is not fun for them right now, sitting home. They're bored. They're being school taught. They can't see their friends. You know, it's not a good situation.
Right.
And we need someone to be there and to say enough. Okay. This administration, enough. Okay.
Absolutely.
They're trying to create a problem and it's too late. You know that song? Dun, 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 dun. Too late. Ooh, 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 ooh. Am I too late? That's what it is. It's too late. People have integrated with each other. They love each other, and we cannot take that away. No one's going to take that away.
No,
this is what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. Well, you're hearing it from the man himself, the great, the legend, Mr. Chubby Tavares, and you know, Michael Jacobs, myself. You know, we've experienced, you know, the joys of watching you guys perform, and now, like you said, everybody seems to be in the same situation now, where we can't go and give the kudos to the artists who've been performing all their lives to make us happy. Now we seem to all be in the same boat and not know what the real true answer is, or the longevity that's going to be put in place in terms of us not being able to get back to any kind of normality. Because I think the word normality is going to be taken out of the equation, because there's not going to be a new normal. It's just going to be an adjustment made to our lives and how we, deal with each other. And that's the sad thing, because I would like to come out and say, hey, Chubby, how you doing? And give you a hug. But, you know, we'll look at each other and say, wait a minute, you know, Murph, I love you. Chubby, I love you. And we get together. It's like, but did you get tested? Are you okay? You know, and it's going to be kind of scary.
All that stuff is gone now. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, and me right away, I'm thinking my girlfriend and both of us have been tested. She's been tested twice now.
Right.
You know, and we both come up negative. But it doesn't leave you out of the loop. You still can catch it. That's why you still have to be very careful.
Absolutely.
You know? I tell my daughter, who's back and forth, who works in the nursing home, you gotta keep that mask on at all times.
Absolutely.
You know, I said, no, when you're gonna have your lunch, go outside, sit by yourself,
right,
and enjoy your lunch, and then once you're ready, put that mask back on.
Right.
And go
right.
outside.
Right.
You know, but because I mean, people are dying left and right, especially in the nursing home.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's sad. It's sad.
I see Mike playing around with the background. He got you in the background. Look at that.
I'm checking it out. I'm checking it out.
Mike is quite the engineer, huh?
he just taught me the other day what you talking about. Give
Hey,
yourself
man,
some
that's-
props.
That's,
But you know
that's
what?
the thing. That's the
The
thing,
things we
man.
learn now, right?
Yeah.
That's right. But you know something, that's the great thing that we still have that. That
Exactly.
people can see that, you know, I mean, you don't find too many people that have something going on and they go, well, at least I've got that.
Right, right, right.
What people need to do is you guys need to make sure you let them know to go to my website.
Right.
Because the song Can't Knock Me Down
Right.
is the song that's happening right now.
Absolutely.
You know, people really need to hear that, you know,
Absolutely. That was
because
from like 2015, right? 2015, I think it was.
2015, but I
Right.
also did it in 2017.
2017.
Yeah, because we redid it in England,
Okay.
the England version, which we got it on the Amazing Ride.
Right. The Amazing Ride album. Right.
Right.
Right, but
That's right.
can't knock me down is the one. They need to go and pick it up because this
Absolutely.
is what's going on right now.
You know, throw them the website out there.
Yeah, well, it's iTunes, CD Baby. Those are the downloads.
Amazon.com also. Amazon.
Right. And just
Yeah.
punch in Chubby Tavares and they can,
Right,
everything
those are
about
the
you should pop
downloads.
up. Right.
That's right. And they'll understand what's going on. And I guess I was ahead of my time.
Well, you know what,
So
Chubby?
how are all the other guys doing, Doc, in New York? Good?
Everybody's good. You know,
Everybody's
Michelle
good.
and everybody's doing well. Bob Goodrich. You
Your
know,
mom
everybody's
good? Your mom doing
My
good?
mom's okay. Thanks for asking, man. She's hanging in there one day at a time. Yeah.
And your wife?
Oh
Yeah.
man, she's good, man. When I told her I was going to be interviewing you, she said, "Oh wow, tell him I said hello and throw him a kiss." I'm gonna throw you a kiss, but it's from her. So that's from her. All right.
I already know she's the boss anyways.
Man, I can't do nothing without her. Hey, like you said, I'm gonna be late to my own funeral. I hope so. She had me doing stuff today. I said, I ain't never seen so much soap in my life, girl. How much soap we need?
Wait, she hasn't hit you with that TP yet?
Oh man.
I mean, that's all they do here is, man, we gotta have that toilet paper.
It's like, look in the closet. I'm like, why? She said, because, you know, one time the only was available. She said, this one was a little rough. She said, where's all the soft toilet paper? I'm like, you know, toilet paper is toilet paper at this particular time. You get what you can get.
I told my girlfriend the same thing. I said, man, I can't get used to it. I like shaman. I said, I gotta have my shaman, man.
Whipple. Mr. Whipple.
Mm-mm.
But Chubby, let me talk to you about this song. I love this song, "Strangers in Dark Corners," and I know the late great Johnny Bristol recorded and wrote that song. But you guys recorded that song and made it your own. It was a Tavares classic. I wish you guys performed that more. But what was your viewpoint on that song?
That was Butch and myself, yeah.
Right. Singing multi-lead on that song. That's a beautiful song.
That's my song, Mike. You know that.
That's a great song. And
That was my song.
But Johnny he's the one that produced that first album.
Mhm.
And check
Yes.
it out.
Mhm.
You know?
Man.
But it goes to show you, I mean, you sit and you think about all the people that we have lost.
Right.
But this epidemic is really doing a job on us, man.
It is.
We're losing family like there's no tomorrow, man.
You know, and it changes everything. Because even on our conversation has to kind of steer away from music to some degree and talk about the things that's going on. Because here's the crazy thing is, you know, when we do concerts or when we do events or we go places, there's certain people that we expect to see that we will not see anymore. And that's sad.
That's
You know?
right. Me and my girlfriend have been talking about this because we live in an adult community, which it's a condo, but it's 4 floors.
Right.
We're thinking about doing a thing where I can set up my music and do like a private concert for all the people in the building. You know, once a week, just get out there and sing some of Tavares' famous songs.
Right. That's
Do it.
great.
Let them sit by their doors. They just can't come, you know, trying to mingle with you, but
Yeah,
sit
no.
by their doors and enjoy the music. You know, they're our age factor, you know, so this
Right, right.
it's nice to give them that little feeling because who knows who's going to be here tomorrow.
Absolutely. And that's the scary thing. Like I said, you know, the
That's
faces
that's
we
the
normally used to see.
that's the scary thing.
You know, even Mike, what was the brother's name? The last concert we did, and he's no longer with us.
Tommy Albanese passed
Tommy
away.
Albanese.
Yeah, passed away. He goes to all the disco concerts, man. For years, he used to be a DJ as well. But
Uh-huh.
I think
And he died. He died of the virus.
No, I think he died of some other underlying health issue.
Yeah, but you know,
Had a heart
sometimes
attack or something.
but the worst place to be right now, and sad to say, is in the hospital.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, there in nursing homes, when they say, well, you have to go for rehab, those rehab places, let's face it, they're nursing homes.
Right. Exactly.
And
Exactly.
that COVID-19 is like lighting them up.
Mm.
You know, it's sad, man.
It changes everything because now even if we lose a loved one, you can't have a service for them no more. Now everything is virtual, and it's like, you know,
And
you don't get a chance to.
Don't let nobody tell you that this thing is over. We're going to be wearing those masks for quite a long time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? It's going to end up being like an everyday thing, like in Japan, like an everyday thing, man. In order for you to survive, you've got to wear that mask. You know, they got one ways going up in the supermarkets now.
Right,
And
right,
I've
right.
got to go up one way and then come down. And one day I was going the wrong way because I wasn't thinking about that. And this lady walked by me, she went, "You're going the wrong way." I said, "Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry." But you know what? I said some other few words.
But you had it filtered through the mask, right? So she really.
Yeah, but I was like, I got a little, and then I actually turned around and went back the other way and seen her again. I says, "I'm sorry."
Right.
But I didn't think she liked my answer to her when she first told me.
Right. Who named her the police of which way to go, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it's true. They've changed all these things now, and it shows it on the floor. But if you ain't paying attention, I'm walking the way I normally walk.
Right. Oh man.
I think I'm going the wrong way again. You know, but you know, I get it over. That's why I go early.
Right.
Do what I got to do and get out of there and get home.
Right. That's amazing.
And I'm teaching my grandsons here how to cook.
Uh-oh.
I'm teaching them how to cook that Cape Verdean food.
Uh-oh.
That's
See.
right.
We might have to get a delivery service to come there for you to put it curbside so they can pick it and bring me some of that stuff. I hear it's good. You're quite the chef,
right.
huh?
Yeah, I love to cook, and I figured if I'm not going to go nowhere, can't do nothing, you know, I keep breaking out and singing, you know, in the house to myself, but I just try to keep myself active, you know.
Practice the chops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got to keep that.
Hey, Mike, you get a lot of practice if you do like you said, if you're going to do that private, you know, concert for everybody in your building. That'd be nice, you know. And matter of fact, have it taped so we can get a chance to see it too.
And Mike, I noticed, man, would you lose another 20 pounds?
Yeah, let me tell you, Chubby, I'm so into the health. I'm trying to stay alive also.
But I can see, man, I'm looking at that, man, that Mike's coming down, man.
We saw each other in October. He said, "You still losing some more pounds?" I said, "Yeah, I got to, man."
Hey, Chubby, he's about the same size as his crystal ball. You see that, right? His disco ball. He's about the same size now.
But that's great, man.
It is.
More power to you. I'm glad that you realize, man, it's not good to be, you know, especially when we have a history, you know, Black people do of not controlling and taking care of ourselves. This is why we're losing a lot of our Black people.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's obesity, it's diabetes, heart disease. I mean, this is what's killing us, you know. But if people took care of themselves and said, "Well, I got to regulate myself, man." I mean, it's as much problems that I've had, I still keep my weight down. That's the biggest thing. And
Right.
my doctor said that's what's good because you keep that weight down. You know, and that's what it's all about.
And I contribute my friend Mello. Mello, he really stayed on me over like the last year and a half. And, even I needed help. Like, you know what you're doing wrong, but sometimes you gotta look yourself in the mirror and you gotta own up to the fact that the problem is me. It wasn't anything else, it was me. And once
and it doesn't take much to say, I just need that diet, man. Diet and exercise. That's
but
control.
you know what? I don't even think it's a diet. I think it's just a lifestyle change.
Yeah, and my doctor told me, he says you can eat almost exactly all the same things, but you have to eat it in moderation.
That's what we talk about all the time, Mike.
Right, moderation. Yeah.
That's right. You got to eat it in moderation.
The good thing too, Mike has a lot of things that help him and motivate in terms of, not just people, but he's one of those guys that even when we look at pictures from before, Michael say, Murph, I don't even want to see those pictures again. And to not want to see those pictures again, you don't want to look like that again.
But
so
doesn't it make you feel good though to know that
it does.
You're doing all of that, man. You're getting rid of all of that waste, man.
Man,
he's saving a lot of money on those extra cheeseburgers too, right?
Yeah, but you're much too handsome to be wearing the boat. I just lost a cousin 2 days ago, and it was sad because he weighed over 500 pounds.
Wow.
And he would not stop. He had, especially since this thing happened where you can actually have Uber bring your food. I'm quite sure he was calling the McDonald's every 5 minutes.
Wow.
It's sad that he passed,
Right. Sorry to hear that. Our condolences.
And he just lost his mom, which she was up in age, but she was a great lady. And you could see that if he had lost his mom, it wasn't going to be too much longer before. He just couldn't be there without his mom.
Right. I watch these shows called My 600-Pound Life, and everybody has like an underlying situation that caused them to get to that. And like you said, it may have been a chance for him, like you said, if his mom wouldn't have passed and she was okay, he might have been able to like take on that responsibility to say, I want to be here because of my mom. And say, I want to be here with my mom. But once that happens, that desire to do anything just
he lost that person that was there for him, who she stuck by him through thick and thin.
Right.
She didn't care how big he got, what he looked like. She loved him.
That unconditional love, man. The parents' love.
Once he lost her, it was like, where do I go from here?
Right.
It's sad. And he has a brother, Manny, that took good care of him, and it's so sad,
Yeah.
But we all live, we all die.
And that's one of the things I talk to my son about everything. I say the one thing we have to put into our minds, although it might sound morbid to say, but we live to die. It's what we do in between that time that determines how we go, to some degree.
It. When I came into this world, it said June 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And when I go out, it's going to have that date.
Yep.
And that's it. But that date was already there when you were born.
Absolutely.
My mother said you could hide in the pipe. When it's your day,
it's going to come. Right.
That's right. And I'm glad to hear they're playing that song, Change is Gonna Come.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been playing that on that one of my uncle's favorite songs. We have one uncle left, and that's his favorite song, Change Gonna Come.
Change is gonna come. We hope soon.
Yeah, I hope real soon. That we all got to sit and pray for that, man, and just so we can get over this epidemic and get our kids back in school. We need all of this. It's very important. I enjoy being with my family here in Florida, and this is it. But I want to go to work.
I know. We want to see you work too. We want to see you work, man. That's
I want to go to work, man. I'm dying to go to work.
Let me tell you, the finale that we did, the Legends of Disco 2, getting on stage with you guys was crazy at the end, man. And I always wanted to jump on stage with Michelle Licata and Bob Gerwich, but I'm in the front row watching those shows. But I had a really great time.
That's great. That's what it's all about. And we're not going to see that for a while unless we get rid of this COVID-19, man.
You know, it's interesting. Mike said that because I told Mike, I remember Mike said, Murph, he said, you got to come to these concerts. So I went to the Ford Amphitheater and saw one of the concerts. And at the end, I saw you guys do the finale. I said, oh man, Mike, it would be great to do it. He said, you know what, Murph? He said, maybe we'll do that this go round. And I'm telling you, everything happens for a reason. And I did get a chance to get up there, man. And then even doing the sound check and you guys had me singing with y'all, I just tell you, I just feel honored and blessed to just be able to just say to myself that I got a chance to stand on stage with you brothers, man. It's an honor and a privilege. And I thank you guys for that.
We thank you, man, because without you guys, there would be no us.
I think without you guys, there would be no reason for us to do what we do too.
And you have to think when we do, if you guys ever think about doing these drive-in things, make sure you have a guy checking the trunks.
Yeah, we talked about that back in the days when people used to go to.
Back in the day, we used to go. We have a carload. We'd have 2 people, but we had a carload with the rest of them that were in the trunk.
I want to try to have 4 or 5 more people.
I think
only 2 of y'all in there. How did y'all get 6?
Lord.
Oh man! But it looks like that's what we're gonna have to. That's the probably the new way to go. Is
you know,
like you said,
because you can dance all around your car and do what you want to do, have a good time.
Right.
But it's still distant.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But you got to make sure that everybody pay.
2 pay and 8 in the car.
That's right.
Yeah, someone's gonna always get over at some point. They're probably having a
You
tailpipe or something.
you already know people are already thinking about that.
Check the tailpipe.
But see, the way to do it is you make sure you charge $200 for them to get in. So if they are doing that, you know that you got the admission anyway.
Oh my goodness. Wow. But let me tell you, besides, you know, while you're home, I know it's a lot of things that you do. And me, I kind of when I'm cooking, I always have music on. What do you listen to, you know, when it comes to music?
God, I love the Whispers.
Okay.
You know, they're one of like for groups, they're probably my favorite group. And then for just my man was always Marvin Gaye, so
I know I saw that quote.
yeah, when I put that on, you know, I'm happy. It's soothing for me.
Right.
Especially when he does songs like Distant Lover.
Distant Lover, yeah, man.
I mean, it just knocks me out, man.
Right. Yeah, he was unique, man, and just like you said,
he was my protege, man.
Right. Man,
I think that when people ask me, they say, "Who was your favorite entertainer?" I says, "None other than Marvin Gaye."
There you go.
That's what it was.
Wow,
that's a good way to go with that one. Sure.
Yes.
Marvin was talented. He played the piano.
Oh God, was he talented?
Yeah.
You know what? Like I said, you know what I loved about him? Even when he had that tax problem in the day, he went off to Belgium, and he had people in love with him so much that they have a statue of him now, sitting down in a hotel playing the piano.
Wow.
And it's a bronze statue. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Really?
You know, that's how much they loved him. Yeah. That's
Wow.
how much they loved Marvin.
And Chubby, talk a little bit about like some of those experiences performing on the road with Marvin and performing on the road with the Jackson 5 and all those wonderful groups that you work with, or all through the years. Like, you know, what was your feeling working with some of those great actors?
Well, it was a great feeling because we never thought we would get to that moment, you know. But once we came out with that, check it out in 72, actually 72, 73. And we started rolling, going to know that you were going to be working with Gladys Knight and the Pips. And we did those George Wein concerts. And San Diego, we went to San Diego, and there was 80,000 people there. And we were there for 2 nights, man. I mean, that place was jammed. It was in that big stadium where the football players play. 80,000 people each night. and people would stay in the hotel, and the next day the show would come on again. Who else was on that beat? Al Green, Marvin Gaye. I mean, this is what it was all about. The Jacksons. I mean, you couldn't beat it. You couldn't beat it. You know, and all those George Wein concerts are gone now. You know, not because of the COVID-19.
Right,
They just
right.
don't have. They need to have more of those for the black people who R&B groups, because people really got down with that music. You do just like they did in San Diego. You run the whole thing for a whole weekend, you know, and just let it go, man. And I mean, people enjoyed themselves, man. It had to be one of the best times I ever had in my life. Was doing that. But then we did the little things with Marvin in Cincinnati, you know, that he came up behind us while we were singing. And we thought, man, the people were going in an uproar. And we were like, wow, we're doing that good. And we turned around, Marvin was on stage. And he was in his pajamas, man. The people
no.
were wild.
With the hat on? He was wearing the hat?
Yeah, but they were going wild, man. And this is what it's all about. It's all about having those memories.
Right.
You know, great memories. My last great memory was with my man Billy Paul.
Wow.
You know, I mean, that was me and Mrs. Jones.
Yeah, man.
And you could see that he wasn't well. You know, and it was great to see. I even look at my pictures now, and I look at him and I say, I could tell that he wasn't well. He was still struggling to keep staying on that stage, you know, and that's what he did. You know, he wasn't going to go out laying in a bed.
Right. He went his way.
Yeah, he went his way. That was great.
You know, and talking about all the people that you got a chance to work with in concert, you know, there's got to be like a moment that stands out with you besides, like, you know, Marvin being behind you in his pajamas. What you know, it's like a moment right now today that you look at and you think you don't really have to think about because it's a moment that stands out. You have one of those?
The moment that stands out to me is when we did, you know, we were in New York, that Brazilian concert we did. I couldn't believe the people that were there. And I mean, they were just broken out with their flags, man. I mean, from I'm trying to think of the name of the street, 7th Avenue, all the way up to 58th, right?
I think it was Fifth Avenue. Or is it
5th Avenue, massive people.
I was thinking Casino was there.
Yeah, I was like, what? I mean, that was what you call, there had to be 2 million people there.
Wow.
That's how, and I mean, every corner, man, it was just jammed up, man. But that was a great concert, man. Great. You know, and that sticks with you, man, when you do things. The only thing that's going to probably outdo that, and I hope that I'm alive, because usually they don't give it to you until you're dead.
Right.
That's making the Hall of Fame.
Oh, man.
You know, we're all up in our 70s now, man. And, you know, here it is that more people that go to them and say, you know, you guys need to think about giving these guys their well due, just due, man. We've been in the business for over 50 years,
yes.
You know, and we need our just due, man.
You always wonder who's running the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Is it young?
That's what the problem is. And you know, even though you want to do it, you know that it always comes down to politics.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's people in there that probably shouldn't even be in there, but they're there. You know, but what are you going to do about that? You know, it's almost like it's your turn. They're not going to bring. I can't go in there as an individual like Chubby Tavares. It's got to be that group, Tavares.
Right.
You know, so give us our just due.
Right.
You know, this is what we'd like to have it before we close our eyes.
Right.
Why give it to me when I'm gone? I can't. It ain't doing me no good. It might do my children good, but I would like to see it.
So would we. We'd love to see that as well.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's naming Providence, Rhode Island, where I was born and brought up there. of a street named after Tavares. You know, and somebody's working on that now. There should be a street, just like Jeffrey Osborne's from there, and they named a street after him.
Right, right.
You know, so I think Tavares should have worked their way to that. They should have a street named after them.
Right.
You know, I mean, now you're talking about 6 brothers. You know, that we used to stand up on our porch and rehearse in the summertime, and that whole area where we lived would be jammed up with kids listening to us rehearse. Yeah, great. That's what it was all about.
Well, you know, I look at a lot of people who have streets named after them, and their resume doesn't even come nowhere near what you guys have done. And like you said, it's all politics. If a group of people in there say, well, we think this should be done, they make enough noise, it happens. But in your case, like Tavares and yourself, you know, it should be a no-brainer in terms of nobody should have to push it. It should be something that's given to you for all that you've accomplished and how you've been, you know, an instrument of I would say, for a lot of couples who've made kids according to the music, and probably after it was done, dance to the other part of what you guys do in terms of the music you make. So that's twofold with you guys. It should be. And I think right now with what's going on, I'm hoping the mindset of people is to now sit back because they have a lot of time to just go over things and say, hey, we missed something. And you guys in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame would be that thing that they missed, you know?
Yep.
So that's what we hope.
That's like people naming their children Tavares, you know? People, this I forgot who it was just told me that. He says he ran into this guy he was working with or something, and he says, you know, what's your name? He says, Tavares. He says, Tavares. He says, oh, that's strange, man. He says, how come, he says, oh no, my mom loved that. She loves that group Tavares. So she named me Tavares.
Wow.
Right? And I says, he's not the only one. There's a lot of people that name their kids first. Tavares. I mean, you got a pro football player, hockey player. They're named Tavares. You know? Some people say that happened because of that song you guys did, that Heaven Must Be Missing
Heaven
Angel.
Must Be Missing Angel, yeah. My mom, I wish it was Tavares that she loved. I would have had a different name, but she enjoyed Kent cigarettes. That's how I got my name Kent. You know, so
there you go.
What if she would have smoked Camel? I'd have been in trouble.
Yeah, well, no, you would have been walking around with a hump on your back.
Oh my God! And it's funny you mentioned Heaven Must Be Missing Angel. I know the late great Mr. Freddie Perrin for you guys, man. Tell me a little bit about Freddie.
Freddie was outrageous, man. Outrageous dude. All he did was think music. He went to sleep thinking music, wake up thinking music. I mean, he was just all around him. I mean, the guy he'd come up with a song just like that, man. It was like, wow. But he was fantastic to work for. I mean, very, very calm, walk around. If he didn't like what he heard, he'd go, yeah, no. He says, I like it, but he says, go back and give me another cut of that. He said, let's see what we can do with it. And he'd sit and listen and go, okay. No, I didn't hear that before. He said, he punched it right in. And he said, see what this sounds like. And when you listen, you go, damn, this is what he was all about, man. He was a genius. You know, him and Ken St. Louis, they were geniuses, man. You know, and his wife just sat in the office doing the thing, you know, and she's the one that used to handle all the business, man. But he was unbelievable, Freddie Perrin. You know, but the smoking killed him, you know. He smoked a lot of cigarettes, man. But short, nice man. Perfect man. You know, even now, his wife sold the whole catalog. Yeah, she sold the whole catalog to Universal Music. I mean, that's not just us. That's everybody he had. You know, the Silvers, you name them, the Jacksons.
Gloria Gaynor.
Yeah, she sold everything, you know. But she had enough of that business, you know. she's a nice lady. I think the world, every once in a while I'll call her to say hello to Chris, is her name. And she's a very, very nice lady. And I think she had enough of it, you know. I'm quite sure she got some deep pockets for what they gave her for that selling all that stuff, because they want 100% if you go in there and re-record those songs now.
Mm. Yeah, sometimes, you know,
And Chubby, you guys worked a little bit with the legendary late great Mr. Charlie Atkins, correct?
Charlie was, you know, I clarified it to clean it up, because Butch was the one that was doing all our choreographed stuff. And I mean, Butch is very talented, you know. I mean, he's if you guys see, he's flying all over the place. And but he's very talented. And when we came out with I want to say It Only Takes a Minute, that's when our manager Brian Pinella brought Charlie in to do some work with us, and he choreographed some of that, but it was some of Butch's stuff that was in there too. But he just kind of cleaned it up, and so we had the best of both worlds. But Charlie was our man. We used to call him Papa. He was our man. He was great. Him and was the other guy that was at the Apollo.
Sammy and Sims?
Yes, that was his partner.
Wow, I would never knew that.
Yeah, that was his partner. You know, so I mean, it goes to show you how things work. You know, but hey, I love that picture behind you.
I'm looking at that. That picture looks familiar.
Yeah, but it's a nice picture because it looks like we're actually right there. You know,
It makes him look like he's a fifth member, right? I mean,
yeah,
come on, Mike.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it looks good, and he knows exactly where to sit.
Exactly. You know, he did that on purpose. He set that up. I think he was up all night working on that.
Yeah, but he knows exactly where to sit. His head's like right in between Tiny and Butch.
He's trying to be the middleman. You see him, right?
Yes, sir. And you know, he's getting down to that point where he can wear the jacket.
Exactly. Exactly. Next great concert, if there is, Mike, you'll be in one of those jackets.
That's right.
Looking spliffy too.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna damn sure try.
You're almost there, brother. There ain't no sense in trying. You're there.
And he took us on his journey. He's taking us on his journey through this whole process, and it's looking great. Like I tell him, he said, Murph, he said, man, did you see this picture? He said, look at me today and look at that picture. I said, Mike, I see what you're talking about. He said, please don't post that picture.
You know what, Chubby? We had Legends of Disco 1 in November of 2018, and James D. Train Williams brought me on stage, and so did Murph. And I didn't want to go on stage, but they was videotaping. And when I saw the footage of how big I was, that's when I was like, no more. I gotta do something about this, and I did.
Hey, but you're hitting the bell, brother.
Yeah, man.
Right.
I was like, oh, wow.
I know one thing. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too. I am. You know, because I remember we've had those conversations
that's a tough thing to do. You know, and when you can put your mind to it, you can do it. You know, I started when I was a kid. I started smoking when I was 11 years old, and I finally put my mind to it that was killing me. I stopped, man, and you know, something I'm very, very grateful that I stopped, because I've been through so much, man, and I should have probably been gone by now. But when you do things the right way, things come back to you the right way.
Sometimes it's never too late. It's never too late.
Never too late.
You know.
And my girlfriend, she's like, "Wow, man, I can't believe that you just like that's the end of it. You just stop." I said, "That's it. I'm done."
You know,
I said, I was 35 years old when I quit drinking.
Wow.
You know, my little red wine, you know, because that's my thing. But
right.
Before I go on stage, but I mean, I used to drink all that hard stuff, man. I mean, before the night was over, I was wrecked. But when I hit 35 years old, I said, I'm done with it. I just stopped, and that was it. you can't buy me hot stuff. I'll tell you, man, I'm sorry, I don't drink it.
Right.
No, that's just the way it is.
Sometimes it's just an admittance to yourself that, you have what you might consider for yourself a problem before you can get it taken care of. If you consider it not a problem, then there's never going to be a solution to it because you never think it's a problem.
That's right.
And like
Right.
Mike, even with the, the motivation of seeing, previous pictures and previous video, that's a motivation. And if you can look at that and say, man, I have a problem, then, you that's the first step, is to admitting that, and like Richard Pryor, he said, man, I've been doing cocaine for 15 years. I can stop anytime I want to. Well, to him, it wasn't a problem, so.
I was at the Tavares concert in 2018 at Fort Ampere, and I'm walking with the cane. I was struggling.
Yes.
Super struggling. I'm like, this is not even fun. I thought I wasn't going to make it to my own concert.
Well, son.
Yeah.
You look at it, man. Look at Luther Vandross, man. But he had a problem where when he started losing weight, he didn't look good. He looked very sick. But when he had the weight on, he looked fantastic. But he had that problem in his whole family with heart disease. It's a tough thing to have.
Yeah, it is. It is. And like you said, we have to be careful because we suffer with high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, stress, all that stuff,
That's right. And it hit you all at one time. That's why.
Exactly. It's like, oh man, that stress is a killer, man. That stress brings about everything else, man. And we got people weighing in. I want to say hello to Sergio D from ClassicSoul1075.com. He said we're gonna definitely petition for the Hall of Fame for you guys. And then Debbie Russell Staten, she said, I can't wait if everything goes well to see you guys in December at the R&B weekend. So hello to everybody that's tuned in. Thank you all so much.
I'm saying hello to everybody too.
But I mean, it's what it is now, and it's just now. Like I tell people, say, all the things that you hear that in the news and see on social media. I always tell people, I said, whatever has preserved you from the time that it started to now, continue to do. Don't take something else that you haven't done and throw it into what you're doing, because that may be the downfall of your being here. So I kind of think that maybe just tweaking a little bit what I'm doing to add more things to help me, as opposed to say, well, now that it's not many people passing away, now I can go outside and run around and hang out with my friends. No.
That's right.
And you know what too, Chubby, I gotta say this. I think what happens when it first started, we knew it was a physical situation. It was attacking our bodies. It was making us sick. We were dying. But when we started, for some people, being home was for them a sentence of being taken out of their norm. For me, I love being home, but the mental part of being home started playing on people. And I think when the mental takes over, it affects your physical, because now you're thinking irrationally because now the weather's hot. And this is a bad time for a lot of people because this weather is drawing them out there, and I think that's where the second wave is going to come from, because we're making irrational decisions based on the temperature as well. And being home so long. But like I said, you love being with your family. I love being with my family. I want to be safe. I want to live long, so.
And understand, people need to understand, this is not just attacking you physically. It's attacking you where it's draining your lungs.
Right.
I mean, and you can't breathe. I mean, come on. Nobody wants to die that way, man. I mean, that's a bad way to die. So everyone has to understand they got to keep that distance, keep those masks on. I mean, this is the biggest thing, man. I mean, you got to do it. You know something? If we have to go through this pandemic again, like in right down the line, I mean, they talk about somewhere between October and we could end up getting that right back again.
Right.
You have to sit there and say, was I the cause of it because I was walking around without a mask? You don't want to get yourself put in that position.
Right.
Let's fight it and get over it now.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're opening up all these businesses and people are just going in. They don't care. They're sitting down. You can't sit at a bar and have a mask on. You got to drink. And they're sitting too close to each other. We respect everybody. I respect everybody.
Right.
And
right.
in order for you to live longer, you have to deal with what they're asking you to do.
Absolutely.
There's going to be a lot of people going, and it's sad.
want to say hello to Ursula from Germany, D. Mitch, Tati, T, a lot of people on, and they're just sending love to you, from all over the world to Chubby. So I want to say to everybody, Angela Burton, Warren Galloway, Darrell Williams, Dwayne McGee, Robert Pauling, Jordan Blake, Joanne James, everybody is sending love out to you, man. So they want to say hello.
Well, I send my love to you guys, and I'm going to give you an air hug.
Oh, look at that. We're going to give one back, too. We're going to do it together.
Right. It's an air hug.
I don't like the air hug personally. I mean,
no. Yeah, but but this is what we got to do.
Hey, Mike, you got to join us, man.
I just did.
That's where we at now, man. But you got to do it out of love. You can't do it because we doing it.
True.
No, he's doing it out of love.
I know he is. We know
that's
Mike.
Coming from the brother of love.
There you go.
My man, entertainment.
It's funny that you said when you was talking about the concerts back in the days and the fact that, there's nobody out there bringing the R&B stuff back. Mike took it upon himself to bring, disco to the Bronx, and that was something to be the only Black promoter of this music in the whole tri-state area, and to bring it to a place that it wasn't even in, and that is the Bronx. And so kudos to you, Mike, for that as well.
That was great. We know you had a few technical problems, but that the next time, you and I talked about it, so you already know. That's right, different venue, right?
But like we had bring Chubby up. This is right around the time of when he did the Brazilian festival. We bring him at the FRP TV.
Right.
And
right. You were telling me about that.
Resort Casino the next day, so we came down and hung out. And that's kind of when I started meeting Michelle Okada. And then I started going to Michelle's events, her and Bobby Goodrich. And the wonderful things that they was doing with their concerts, which is like top notch, number one. In New York, we're talking Long Island and Brooklyn and Staten Island and all these different places that they're doing their shows. And the energy was just, ultra spectacular, because we know Tavares started out singing doo-wop, then R&B soul, then, made it into the disco era. But when we see these groups at those shows, some of our people are not there. Some of us are, and some of them are not. And I'm like, where the hell's our people at? Because it doesn't really matter what, ethnic group, if you're white, you're Black, you're Chinese, doesn't really matter. The music is what brings all of the people out to have a wonderful time and enjoy each other's company. And I will always go to a Michelle concert any day of the week. Bob Goodrich, they are number one in this town. I'm just like, I just want to take a little bit of what they did and bring it to an area where these concerts weren't coming to. And that's really the only thing I really wanted to do with that, and just try it out. And, it actually works. So I was thankful enough to have people that wanted to come to our show and see these wonderful acts, including, once again, Tavares.
Yes. Well, something, everything, it has its moments of why this is happening. But hopefully that once it starts up again, you're going to have people knocking the doors down to see that, because they're missing that music, man. They really are. I mean, this is, people don't go nowhere and have fun unless it's really happening. They can sit home now and put it on TV. It's still not the same.
Right.
It's not. You're right about that.
Yeah.
I know. I'm glad Mike did that, because it gave me an opportunity to be able to come out and meet brothers like yourself and sisters like the ones that I've met, performers and artists that I probably would have never met in my lifetime. And it was just an honor to be able to say, I was standing on that stage and introduce these brothers and sisters, man, people that I wanted to get an opportunity to say thank you to personally for being a part of, my life growing up, because this music was a soundtrack to my growing up. And I always wanted to be able to be in a position to say thank you, and to just call you guys brothers, man, is a blessing and an honor in itself. So it just whole being in this has far exceeded anything that I could have ever expected. And I have a whole lot of people. Mike knows I'm the kind of guy, I will say thank you to the guy who even brought me a soda or gave me a tissue or said good morning or whatever it is that had anything to do in my life, because these are the people that, shape the footprints of my life, because at some point they touched my life and it helped me to go into the direction and become the person that I am. So I thank each and every last one of you guys for just me being who I am today, so I'm just blessed, man, and honored. So
That's because you're a good man, Kent.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. It takes good people to know good people. So I got to send that back to you too. So
Thank you.
you're welcome, man. I remember when you and I did the on-air interview, man. We had a ball, man. We had a ball. You know.
Definitely did.
Oh man, you know, and it was good. And when Mike said, you know, he said, "Man, these guys are great." I said, "Man," he said, "You." So it was crazy because he said, "Murph," he said, "Give him a call. Here's the number." And I'm like, "Mike, you sure?" I'm like, "I don't know," you know. I'm like, and then he said, "Murph, these brothers here," and I listened to Mike because he knew you guys longer, and he spent time with you guys more personal than just as artists and entertainers. He spent time with you as human beings. You know, as brothers and fathers and uncles and husbands and so I took his word for it and he didn't lie to me yet. So
well, you know, I want to thank Vanessa Jordan because going to Vanessa Jordan's events in Atlantic City, that's when I first met Tavares. That was 2011, I believe, either 10 or 11, somewhere around there. And Vanessa does a wonderful job, her and Stuart Bascom, and also Lincoln Sessions and Maurice Watts. So, you know, all the promoters out there that do wonderful jobs. We can't mention them all, but we love everyone that everything that they do because it's about the music at the end of the day. It's about having a great time. But yeah, when I met Chubby and them, I was like a little kid, man. I was like, man, we did a little interview.
Vanessa and Stuart called me up on my birthday too. They're nice people, man.
They really
are. They are.
And man, I was getting all geared up for this thing in Atlantic City, and that ain't gonna happen.
Oh,
right.
You kidding me? I had the front row seats. Me and Evan, we have front row seats, and Joe Sanderson.
And Evan called me too. Yeah.
Evan's another good brother.
That's my man.
Evan's a good brother.
That's right.
That guy there.
Like the Jacksons was on that show too, Mark. Jackson. That was going to Hard Rock Cafe in Atlantic City.
Yeah, the Jackson.
Second.
Oh man. Oh yeah, you was telling me about that. I was gonna go. I was gonna take Evan's seat. I'm gonna say, Evan, you know, I needed you to
You were gonna take your seat, huh?
Well, I would have shared it with him. I would say, if I give you, you know, half for the seat, I'll sit on the arm of the chair.
I don't think Evan was giving that seat up.
You know, let me tell you something. Evan's the kind of guy that Evan would give you the shirt off his back. He might not give you the seat.
I know he
give you the shirt.
I know he would.
That's the kind of guy he is. He just said, Murph, you can have the shirt and the seat. That's a good brother, man. You know, but and just echoing what Mike said, you know, people like Maurice the Voice Watts and you know and Howie D from the Love Zone, man, they brought us up there and had us come out and tell everybody what we do as far as ClassicSoul1075.com. And you know, Vanessa and them, like you said, they give these events every year, and this was the year that I was going to start going to the events. They give the White Affair and the award ceremony, the Black Tie ceremony, the gala this year, and. Oh man, you know, and then of course
Stewart's group was Black Ivory.
Yeah. You know. So I mean, these brothers and sisters are incredible. And then, like I said, Lincoln Sessions and Maurice with the R&B weekend. So like you said, Mike, it's all about keeping the legacy of all these great artists alive, because there's a lot, well, not a lot, but most of the radio stations not playing the music. You know, you have to pass away for them to do a tribute, and then when the tribute's over, the music stops. You know.
Yes.
And we're different. You know, Mike resurrected artists that were not performing in the Bronx, and he brought them all to the Bronx. It's like we play the music of everybody, whether you're here or not. It's about the music, and it's not about us. It's about the music and not the politics of the music.
Exactly. Well said.
Thank you. When you around intelligent people like yourselves, and Mike always correct me, so I gotta always stay on my P's and Q's. I don't want.
What's like about Murph? On Murph's radio show, you can always hit him up in the inbox and say, I would like to hear this song. And he may not play it right away, but he'll play it within 20 minutes. And we can go to an album cut and Murph will get it on. So he's a special person, special host. And
thank you.
Really doesn't just play the A sides of music, he'll play them B sides also. So,
yeah.
I just did an interview a couple of weeks ago with no, it wasn't Lil Anthony. A couple of weeks ago when we did this, it was Terry Johnson from the Flamingos.
Oh, okay.
And
Good Night, My Love. Sing the hell out of that, Chubby.
and my man from the Stylistics, Russell Thompson.
Tompkins, yeah.
Yeah, we did an interview on Zoom.
Nice.
It was great. It was great.
It's always good to like you said, these platforms we have, we need to take advantage of them, you know, and just let everybody know that these artists out here, like I told Mike, we had this conversation about making sure that we continue to bring to the forefront that our artists and our brothers and sisters are still out here, man. And we just want to keep you guys out there and let everybody know that there's nothing changed except for the situation that we're in. But we are still here and ready.
We are here. We have to make sure. I mentioned, and I say this to everyone, but including my brothers. I mean, we've been together for so long. We have to be very careful, you know, that we all keep sticking together, keep using those pipes a little bit, so when we do go back, that we're able to get it out.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Sergio D just told me, he said tonight when he started the Dusty Stepper set tonight at 6 o'clock, he's starting off with Madam Butterfly.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that Madam Butterfly.
That's a bad song there. He used it as a stepper set, a stepper's cut, man. I said, wow.
Like that, like Bad Times too.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna tell him. He's listening. He's listening, and he'll play it. That's how we do. We hear something. You know. Let me tell you a story. I was doing Sunday Night Slow Jams. I did it live because Vanessa and Stuart from the R&B Music Society, they streamed my show live on Sunday nights. So I played "You Smile the Same Way" by the Shylights, and Marshall was listening. He said, man, I forgot about that song. He said, oh man, Murph, he said, I got to put that back in rotation. I totally forgot about that song. Then he called, he said, Murph, he said, you know what? He said, I got everybody in Chicago playing it now. Like, okay.
How's Marshall doing?
He's doing good. He's doing good. You know, he sounded really good, you know.
Yeah, make sure you send my best to him. You know?
I will do that. Because I'm sure he'll be listening tonight.
Marshall's a smooth guy.
Oh man, the stories he be telling, man. I said, man. Yeah, all you guys, man, I tell you, I love you guys to death, man, to life, rather. I don't like to say to death.
Yeah, you got to stop saying that, man.
Right.
Love you to life.
Exactly. And that's why I corrected myself immediately, because, you know, it's given me an opportunity to really love the music even more, because I become personal with the people that made it. And it just takes on a whole different meaning, because like I tell people, nobody really understands the struggle you go through prior to getting on stage. But your job, once you hit that stage, is to make us happy, you know. How do we make you happy, you know? And that's the key, is to like show up, you know, and support you guys, because you guys have been doing it for such a long time. And we just want to say thank you by showing up. So when you walk on that stage and you look out there, you say, wow, you know, we still got it, man. And we still touching people's lives. That's
what it's all about, you know, making sure that we give them what we got.
Exactly.
They sit back and go, wow.
Yeah, man, I'm a wow factor guy.
This is what it's all about, you know, giving people what they want to hear, you know. Sometimes, I mean, in the generations of shows that we do, it lasts 2.5, 3 hours. Mm-hmm. People enjoy themselves for that bit of time. They go, what a night. I had a great night. That's Absolutely. What you want to do. You want to make all those people become one.
Absolutely.
You know, and Absolutely. This is what it's all about.
Wow. Well, I mean, I had such a great time, man. I don't know, Mike, you anything else, man? I'm still, to be honest with you, like I tell people, I say, you look at today's generation, they have their, you know, oh, wow, Jay-Z did this, Puffy did this and all that. But for me, my era of music is when I was growing up. Today, no matter if I could stand next to an artist who made the music and they're not doing anything today, and I would still be mesmerized and humbled standing next to them because of what they've accomplished and how they've touched so many lives, you know. And even if they don't make or not making the music or in a position to do so, just what they've done in the past, the legacy that they have already established is enough for me to continue to say, man, I love you guys for all you continue to do. Not what you've done, but what you continue to do, because we still play the music of those that are no longer here, and it touches us in the same way as if it was made, the same as we was there when it was made, you know. And that's how I feel. To yesterday and today is the same when I hear the music.
That's what it's all about, man. Hey, talking about that, what time is it? Oh, it's almost time for me to say good night. Yeah.
Go ahead, sing for us. Good night, man. Okay.
I'm having a blast with my boys. I get looking at me. I say, I'm having a blast.
She's like, what about me?
I said, with my boys, I'm having a blast.
There you go. I'm having a great time too, man. This has been so much fun, man. And like people say, when I do stuff, they Murph, do you ever put questions together? I said, no. I said, because if I saw you on the street, I'm not gonna pull no questions out of my pocket. We're gonna have a conversation. And that's what we're doing. It's all about conversation,
That's right.
Well, I don't know what to say, but thank you so much for your time. And I'm just waiting for that day, to be honest with you, where they say put the mask down and everything is good enough, because I do want to hug you, brother, and just tell you I love you in person. I can say it now. I love you. I love your family. You guys have just been amazing. And even meeting you guys, has been even more amazing, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart and from the depths of my soul, I appreciate, love you guys, and thank you, and continue success, and not just music, but in life.
The feeling is mutual, Murph. You're my man, Big Murph.
Thank you, brother. All right. Hey, Mike, we got to get up there and see Chubby one day, man, when everything is safe, and I can,
That's right.
For the heck of it, take a picture in our blinged out mask. That's what I want to do.
No, I can't wait for that. Man. I hope
We're going to bring Skinny Mike up there.
I hope it's sooner than later. I really hope so. I hope and pray.
You're doing
Absolutely.
well. I'm proud of you, and God bless both of you guys, man. Let's
Thank you.
keep our heads down and get through all of this bad stuff.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Give our love to the family. Listen, again, from all of us here, we want to say thank you. Our love to you and your family, to everybody out there in Florida. Stay safe, and we're here for you, just like you are for us.
Don't forget to tell the people, man. They got to go to Amazing Ride.
Yes.
Can't knock it down, man. That's what's happening right now. We got to
Absolutely.
make sure that everybody knows that they can't knock us down.
Absolutely not. So one more time, give it to them, the website, and to go there and get get that Amazing Ride, because I know she's like, come on now, let's go. We gotta.
All they gotta do is go to chubbytavares.com.
There you go, and everything is there. With that being said, man, we're gonna say we love you. Thank you so much for spending time on your Sunday with me and Mike. And Mike, anything you want to say in closing?
Love you, man.
I love you too, man.
Love you.
Love you guys, man.
We're going to do this again soon, and we're going to keep the music of Tavares playing for as long as we can.
Hey, in no time, man, I'll be jumping on airplane and going to New York so we can do those things we were doing.
That's right.
I mean, we're hanging in there.
Man, I'm looking forward to that.
Next time we come and get you, we got to take you out to Brooklyn to Michelle Licata's son's place. She has a bar, restaurant called Till.
I thought that she was all done with that.
No, her son. I think her son still has that.
Yeah, her son still has, but I think that she's not doing that no more. She's going.
Okay.
Supposed to be going back to the business to try and get a thing going again, but nobody's going nowhere with this business, man, until things get right.
Absolutely.
Till this stuff is right. I mean, they're not going to let entertainers off the ground until we can't go and do a show that would hold 2,000 people and we only got 200 people there.
Right.
That this doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely.
So let's keep the faith, keep the good Lord on our side.
Absolutely.
And we'll be fine.
My brother.
All right.
Again, take care, man. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe, man. And keep those bling masks going, man.
Hey, man.
All right.
I'm gonna make sure I text you the name of the place where you get them made.
I need one.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Chubby.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
That was good, man. That was good.
Woo. Chubby Tavares, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Unreal, man. That was a blessing. We got people online, man, that's enjoying listening, man. I want to just say thank you. Dawn Michelle is on too. Dawn said, keep the great work.
Dawn was out there with the process a little while ago today. I think she's still out there probably. Grand Concourse. What up, Dawn?
Oh, yeah? What happened?
Yeah, she was out there going live. She was on the Grand Concourse.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Wow. Hey, thanks, sir. Sir said, great job, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Man, Bertha Brooks, hello. Jesse Thomas, Debbie Russell Staten, Ursula Gabriel. Yes, Serge, definitely Serge. Joanne James, aka Lady J, Jordan Blake. Who else we got? Robert Paulin. T, what's up, T? Dwayne McGee, Tati, Darryl Williams, Angela Burton, Warren Galloway, Crochet Cheney. Thank y'all so much for the love, man. Mike, I'm gonna get ready for tonight's second leg of the SNX. I know Serge will be on in about a half an hour, but I want to say to everybody, man, hey Mike, thank you, man. Love you, man. Thank you for making this possible for me, my brother. It's a blessing, man.
First choice tonight?
Yes, that's right. We got first. Hey, ladies, whoever's listening, we got first choice right after we finish the Sunday night slow jams. We got first choice at around 10:30 tonight. So join us for that. All right, we're gonna be right here and broadcasting live. Yes, sir. Ursula and Annette from First Choice will be here with us. All right. Hey, Mike, I'm gonna talk to you later, brother.
Okay.
Salute and stay skinny, man. I'm out. Peace, man.
All right, man.
All right.